What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video here on my channel. Before we get started, a like, comment, subscribe will go a long way. I've had a haircut I was talking about in my last video. Needed that. Just wanted to have a little chat about you know, the comments that have been made. Comments have been made by Paraag Marathe, and so both interviews between him and Radrizanni. I'll just put some of my thoughts and opinions out there. So I'm going to start with Radrizanni because some of the things he said kind of irritated me. He's got to have the final say as usual. You know, he's on the way out, and he's got to have his last little say. And I've taken what he said in some places as different as to what he's tried to explain it. He's admitted he should have got rid of Marsh before the World Cup or after the World Cup. Or during. He's admitted to a lot of things, getting players wrong, should have got more experience in. This is all great saying coulda, woulda, shoulda, but at the time, when you kept making these mistakes over and over and over again, why did you not learn? Why did you keep doing the same shit? Why did you keep bringing the players in when we finished 17th the year before and almost got relegated? Why did you then continue to do the same thing? And picking players out of leagues that aren't as good and not going for any proven quality. Look at the players we're linked with now. Nick Hammond comes in and goes, yeah, I'm gonna get players, you know, let's be safe. I'm gonna get players that I know will do a job. We took a punt. As other channels have said, he's a chancer. Radrizanni was a chancer. And good luck, Sampdoria, because you're in for a rude awakening. The other one was the Bielsa talk. Apparently, Bielsa went up to him and said, get rid of me or bring a whole bunch of players in because that's as good as we're going to do. So what did we do? Nothing. Kept him in there and then sacked him. So what you're saying, Radrizanni, hasn't made an ounce of difference in my mind. You've made it seem worse than what it was. You admitted to not listening to either of his bits of advice. I understand not sacking him. And yeah, the Leeds fans would have been pissed. Yeah, to be fair, it would have been a dumb mistake if you sacked him. But you didn't even invest. And when you did, you bought players we didn't need. You didn't listen. So you didn't even listen to any of his advice. Bielsa's 3 times the man he will ever be. And wiser. And for some reason, he didn't listen to his advice. He said to you, I cannot take this team any further. Either get rid of me or change the squad over. And he did neither. Didn't change the squad and left him in there. And then lied about the situation as well when you did sack Bielsa. We needed to back Bielsa. And I'm so pissed off that I listened to the shite that he dribbled out of his mouth. And Orta and all them. And the lies and the bullshit. And he goes, you know, oh, I'm sad that the end the way it did. You can't be sad when you've got to lie in the bed that you make. You caused that situation. I'd feel sorry for you if it was out of your control. All of that was in your control, Radrizanni, and you've absolutely ballsed it all up. That interview's really, sorry, it's just wound me up because the best time of my life, you know, as a Leeds fan, was in the Championship, winning that league and taking the piss and finishing 9th in the Premier League, and the positivity and the feeling that we were going to do something. He should have sold at the end of that season. If he could not deliver on what Bielsa wanted, if he could not change the squad over and he didn't want to sack Bielsa, why didn't you just fucking sell up then? Sorry for swearing, but why did you not sell up then? Why did you wait, make mistake after mistake after mistake? You're saying Victor Orta brought 40 different managers to you and said, look at the way they play. Oh, Jesse Marsh plays a similar way to what you do. When he's at Salzburg with a team that's winning the league at a canter, of course he's going to look fantastic. He came to a team that only knew how to play one style, and yes, you were hoping Marsh might play that. Bielsa's one of a kind. There's not many managers that can replicate what he does. At all. Maybe 5 in the whole entire world. Maybe. And you try to replace him with Jesse Marsh. because you watched a couple of bird's eye camera views and you went, oh, it kind of looks the same. And then you blame him when you tried to integrate it and it didn't. And you thought it was kind of funny. This is the best part. He thought it was kind of funny that they weren't playing the same way as he thought they were gonna. So you waited, and yes, he got us promoted. But then you waited the next season. You waited till after the World Cup, and then gave him a transfer window, then sacked him. Your logic isn't lining up, mate. What you're saying isn't lining up. It doesn't make any sense. 1 + 1 = 4. No idea. Anyway, that's enough about him. He's done and dusted. Shit interview by a shit bloke. Has ruined it for all Leeds fans. And if you're not pissed off at him, you need to look at yourself and realise, yeah, he was the problem. Him and fucking Victoria. The other one is now Paraag Marathe. Just a quick one on him, but really positive. Pretty much said, I'm not a director of football. I'm not going to do any of this transfer stuff in the way of not like, except for negotiations. Also, he's going to get the valuation for players. It's a real American thing, being a bit harder with negotiations and wanting to get the valuation and saying, no, you have a contract with us. Nonto, you have a contract with us. You're our player. Yes, you want to leave, and if the right price comes in, then we'll sell you. And if you are as good as you think, the club coming in will pay for it. Not £15 million to Everton. So I rate that highly. They're going to be ambitious from the sound of things. Things are happening quickly. They want to go up. I'd say within a year or two. There's going to be no bullshit. They're going to be bringing in players if they need it. They're going to be cutting players loose if they need it. No sentiment. Only issue is Farco if he has a slow start. I think we should give him a bit more time, but I'm not one in charge. The other positive is they're going to be restructuring everything in the background. So restructuring the whole thing. I like that. They're putting processes in place for, we know that it was a Premier League club run by League One management and running in behind the scenes like a League One team. They were running on vibes the whole time, essentially. Restructuring it and getting things in place and the right people to be successful and to help make those right decisions, because he's aware he doesn't know jack shit about football. Really positive, and I'm really happy about that. And he's saying all the right things, so we'll see how we go. But a bit more positive, and yeah, like I said, he's saying everything that I want to hear. Now actions need to speak louder than words. We need you to do what you say, Paraag, and we need you to get in the players, and we need you to back the manager, and yeah, it looks like it's going to happen. So that's just my 2 cents. I'm sick of Radrizanni. I'm glad he's fucking off to Italy. Goodbye. Good riddance. Don't care. Now you've just completely, like, that interview's just lost all credit. He didn't have much credit in the bank, but he had that little bit of, well, he did get us up. And then hearing that he pretty much just didn't listen to advice, because of course he's a big ego. He's an egotistical man. And he didn't want to listen to Bielsa. Bielsa gave him 2 options and said, after seeing what Bielsa can do, you probably should listen to the advice given to you, but you couldn't, because you got too much of an ego. But anyway, that's enough of me ranting. If you liked it, like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully we get some movement, some players next couple of days. I'd love to make a video announcing some players, or not announcing, because I find out when you all do, but I just talk about it. I'd love to talk about some new signings. I love that sort of thing this week. Some positive news. It's been pretty good the last couple of days. I'm feeling more positive now about this year, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Again, like, comment, subscribe, and peace.